opportunities when the markets rally like they have been. You get these like slow rallies, not much going on, and patience. It definitely tests your patience more than anything else. So we got to keep that in mind. You can see how tight the ranges have been here overnight, and especially over the last few hours, it's been very, very tight. So you have to also be patient as well, so that these opportunities are on the right side, not on the wrong side. All right. And again, we always talk about averaging about 4 to 5 trades a day, and I think that's a decent goal, and I think that's what usually would be a level that we would shoot for, and the key word is average, like I keep always saying, because we are going to get opportunities to trade. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for them. So, saying that, we'll see what happens here today. I welcome some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp. We gave you levels that we're going to be focused in on. Maybe a little ambitious there, but they are what it is. It is what it is. And well, we'll see where the market takes us. You get these rallies like in the late afternoon. We always warn you against like trading on the late afternoon, as you get one-way trade that happens. That's what happened here on Friday. And they kind of they don't have any rotations on these late afternoon trades, so it's always like one-way trade. And if you're like that and you are looking for those opportunities, that's great. Again, we're scalping here, so we're looking for about 2 or 3 point rotations, especially with the VIX. Probably, I would say at an 18 handle for sure, maybe even less with the rally on Friday. So we'll see what happens today. 1950. That's impressive, actually. Very impressive that VIX is at 19 handle. All right, it is what it is. So we're coming up here quickly to this overnight high, which they just got back to the break-even point. All right, the settlement price here, right around 75 at 38. If you're a little aggressive, maybe you're going to partake in that trade. Again, I'd look for the 41. And again, if you're risk averse, that's what you're going to just kind of hope for. If you're more aggressive, maybe you're going to take this 38 area here. Again, there's a reason for it, and we're always trying to find reasons to trade more than anything else. And so you have to keep that in mind. Need a reason to get into a trade, and that's what we try to find here. Looking at the 41 area as our next level of resistance. Let's see here as it kind of works as 38, and there's a reason for it to be hanging here around the settlement price. You would have thought that what OPEC did over the weekend would kind of affect the market, but not really affecting it that much. If you look at the chat box area, you'll see the levels we just gave out. And they are there for as a guide to the day. And you can add to them, subtract from them, tweak them a little bit. It all depends on price action, how the market kind of reacts at certain areas and levels. And obviously, when it's slow like this, the dynamics are different as compared to when things are moving around and whipping around like crazy. Now, oil is up a lot, and that's over the OPEC deciding to cut production by almost 1.2 million barrels a day as we come up here to the 41 area. All right, market up here coming to the 41 area here. See what it wants to do up here. Again, just be patient and wait for opportunities. This is our first level of resistance that we have. See what it wants to do, and always keep your stop in place. Remember that. We're not going to love any trade we put on. So OPEC cut the production here by a lot, and obviously the oil market is a little bit excited about it as we're working this 41 area here a little bit. Again, my stops are in place, your entry points are in there, and now you just got to let the market kind of do its thing. And if not, then you have to work it a little bit if you don't like the price action when it gets there. All right. So those are things you have to consider when you're trading. All right, trying to work this 41 area here a touch. All right, see what it wants to do up here again. You have choices up here when the market kind of hangs here around the level. Choices you have to determine how you want to handle and trade that area once it gets up there. Sometimes it's easy. We don't have to think so much. Other times we have to work it a little bit. And that's what we're doing right here. Just kind of hanging around this 41 area here a little bit. All right, let's see here if we have any numbers coming out this morning. You see in the chat there that there's a couple things that were released 8:45, so in about 7 minutes here, we do have a number to be released. It is PMI Manufacturing Index. And then at 9 o'clock, top of the hour, we've got ISM Manufacturing and then construction spending as well. And both of those will be released at the top of the hour. And then, yeah, that's about it. So again, we're working this 41 area here. If you giving you a chance here to maybe get out of some of them if you don't like the price action. If you have multiple contracts on, it's not running away from the area. Maybe you got filled on the upper end. I don't know. Maybe you just kind of just working at 41. You're given choices. The market's giving you choices here. Sometimes, again, we get an easy rotation, and sometimes like this one, it's kind of just hangs here, and then you have choices to make depending on your risk tolerance and how much you want to trade around that area. And if you don't like the price action, we do have a number coming out in about 5 minutes here. So for sure, we'll be flat by then if you don't. Again, market, like I said, gave you choices, and sometimes you have to just take what the market is telling you or not telling you. And definitely you could have lightened the load there a little bit, as I was suggesting, if you are trading multiple contracts. And it's still kind of just hanging up here around this area. Again, we do have a number in about 4 minutes, so keep that in mind. We like to be flat when the number is released. All right, again, we're back here at the 41. So remember, we have a number coming out. So if you are not out of it, just scratch maybe, or we'll be out and wait for the number to be released. So again, giving you chances here to exit the trade without too much harm and wait for this number to be released. If depends on, and everybody trades it differently. I'm not. I'm just suggesting things. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind. I'm trying to uh, make sure you have choices, and that the market is giving us choices when we don't have kind of the rotations we were looking for when we came up here initially. There was some resistance there. You can see an increase in the volume that was traded up there. So that was a good indication that that area was, there is some resistance. And you can always tell by the increase in volume that's traded right around 41, 42, in case you are looking at the volume that's actually traded, not the bids and offers. There's a lot of orders that you don't even see that are being traded that add up to the level or the area or the price, I should say, that's actually being traded. So keep that in mind. All right, again, we have a number going to be released here in about 2 minutes. So, like I don't like to have any positions on when a number's released. So I would definitely try to be out of this if we uh, can get a little bit of rotation here. It'd be really a nice little surprise. But hey, a little bonus if you have any contracts left over. Being very stubborn around this for you. Again, you can tell by the increase in volume around an area that there's a little bit of resistance up here, and that's what's going on. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind any questions. And now this we're definitely in the time zone where the number is going to be released here, so I would be careful. Try to get flat here, and I mean, if you're not, I mean, that's what I would do. Obviously, if you want to keep your, if you do have a position, you want to trade the number, go for it. There's one coming out now, and then there's another one, a couple numbers at the top of the hour, construction spending and ISM manufacturing, and both of those could be also market movers. So keep that in mind if you're going to be trading. We'll see what this first number does to us. All right. So I am out, and I don't got anything going on now. And we'll see what happens here. All right. Let's see here with this ISM, with the ISM, it's the PMI number. ISM is at 9 o'clock. All right, numbers out, and nothing happening. All right. All right. Well, that was uneventful. The support right now would be around the 34, 33 area, which is our pivot. If we get back down there, we'll see what these couple of these 9 o'clock numbers produce. Give us anything. ISM manufacturing and construction spending. See what that does to the market. OPEC is back in the news following a shock oil output cut from major producers in the OPEC group. WTI surged, and we said they're up to $80 at this moment. The decision comes as the United States is still entangled in an environment of high inflation and has the potential to upend economic policies as well as monetary decisions making, making like upcoming Fed rate hikes. The output and reduction is led by OPEC kingpin Saudi Arabia, with total production cutting of nearly 1.2 billion barrels a day, which will start in May and last until the end of the year. Russia's recent production cuts of 500,000 barrels per day were also extended and added to the 2 million barrels per day that were taken offline by OPEC in October. Together, both rounds of cuts means that 3% of the world's oil has been removed from the oil market in the past half a year, helping sustain prices following U.S. actions against Russia's crude, like sanctions and price caps. Okay. All right, we continue to rally here a little bit. Our next level of resistance we have is up at the 48 area. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We worked to 41, especially on the heels of the number. We were out to 4. Either take a little bit of a loss or a little bit of a profit or scratched. There wasn't really too much of an opportunity there against the 41. It was just kind of hanging there. And we suggested that we wanted to be out before the number was released. And that's what I would have done. And now we continue to uptick here a little bit, looking at the 48 level as our next level of support. Right now would be around 34, 33 if we get back down there. Goldman Sachs changed its oil production and price forecast on the latest announcements, which comes before a busy summer travel season. Winners from the OPEC Plus cut include Saudi Arabia, Warren Buffett, and EV manufacturers. While losers include, I don't know why Warren Buffett got in there. That's what it said. While losers include airlines and hopes for economic soft landing. All right, quickly now rotating up here to the 48 area. All right, trying to get a little bit of a rotation here against the 48 area. You get these like moments of volatility, right? That's what's going on here. All right, just working this 48 area here a little bit. If you got the upper end of the range there, maybe you got filled there too. Trying to get a little bit of a rotation here against it. All right, trying. All right, there's a couple points there for us. Again, We talked about working the 41, which didn't really give us too much of anything. Now we come up here to the 48, and finally did give us a nice little bit of a rotation. Had to take a little bit of heat there, got up to 49, but if you got in above the 48, then you got filled on that too. Nice little rotation here against the 48 area. Obviously, you have to take some profits along the way, even if you're trading multiple contracts, and then adjust your stops a little bit, or adjust your where your other contracts are left that you're going to manage. Again, if you just took your profits, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Again, obviously, the level is a little bit of a area that the market was bouncing up against. As you can see, it's kind of staying up there. Again, nice little rotation against the 48, and now we're just kind of seeing where it wants to go, if it's going to continue to rally or not. We're looking at the 54 area next. Market discounting the OPEC situation. I don't know, maybe they're thinking because they raised they lowered the production, and that means they might stop raising rates because now you have a problem with the economy, right? I don't know. Who knows? All right, we'll continue to uptick here. We're looking at the 54 area next. And if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels there that we gave out when the market opened up. And then we kind of use those as a guide to the day. All right, market got up to 51 and 50 and change, almost 51, 50, 75 there. Came back off here a little bit. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here. The support right now would be around the 38.40 area. Do have a couple numbers going to be released here at at the top of the hour in about 3 minutes. So keep that in mind. And we are flat looking at the 54 again. But if you're going to trade, just be mindful if that there is a number. So how you manage levels when there's numbers out, that's up to you. But just want you to know that there's a number going to be coming out, a couple numbers. Whether they move the market or not, I don't know. Right? PMI took a little bit of time, but they did finally move the market and got us up to the 48 area. And then now it's just kind of hanging up here. We'll see what these other two numbers does for the market. Right, the number going to be out here momentarily. Support right now be 34, 30, 35 area, 35, 36 area. And upside resistance up at 54. But the number is going to be coming out here. So we'll see what that does to the market. Be out here momentarily. All right, numbers out a little bit bullish, as you can see. You can also see that they lighten up the ladder ticket. There were a lot less orders in the ladder ticket when the number was about to be released. There's no 100 lots close by, and it's always the case, and that's why people kind of lighten the load or don't have any areas to trade or don't put any orders in, I should say, and that's what we kind of like to follow as well, unless you're going to trade the level. So my level stayed at 54. Had a little bit of a buy there at 35 in case we were able to dip down there. Again, not the usual amount that I would trade, just a little bit, just in case we did get down there, but obviously we did not. And now we're popping back up here a little bit, looking at the 54 as my next level of resistance that we have. All right, just definitely kind of hanging up here at these highs. Couldn't get up to that 54 area, just kind of now hanging here against that these upper levels. All right, we're trying to uptick here a little bit. Looking at, like I said, the next level's up at the 54 area. See what it wants to do up there. All right, getting up here now, continue to rally. Again, the reason we're popping up here a little bit is the number. Giving us might come up here against our 54 area. And if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels there that we gave out this morning. You can see the 54 area is kind of running through some of these upper end of our resistance areas. On market perked up a little bit here. It got up there to 2.25 and came off here a little bit. Okay, so if you have 53 against a 54, maybe you can adjust that a little bit here, because we just kind of missed that by just a little bit. And depending on how much risk you want to take. All right, just kind of hanging up here against the upper level. See where it wants to go. Like I said, if we had 53 against our 54, got to be a little bit careful there. Still, the 54 is still doable, I think. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here at these highs, kind of just, you know, flagging a little bit. See what it wants to do. All right, we're coming back up here to these highs, looking at the 54 area. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Again, we can only be a little bit patient. We had a couple, our levels kind of got triggered. So we had a couple opportunities there. We had to work the 41 area, then the 48 here, kind of give us a little quick rotation. And then now we're just kind of hanging now. All right. Again, patience is important here. We've had a couple nice trades, and now we just got to be a little bit patient and wait for the market to give us another opportunity. A little support would be around the 36 to 7 area. We don't have any more numbers coming out this morning, and there's really no other news now for this week. The market is closed on Good Friday, but the government's still going to release the unemployment number on Friday. Very rare that markets would be closed when unemployment is released, but the markets are going to be closed for Good Friday, and but they're still going to release the unemployment number in the morning. Kind of weird, but that is happens once in a while. The other alternative was to wait a week and then release it next week. But I heard that this year they're going to release the unemployment number on Friday, even though the markets are going to be closed. All right, we're back here on the highs. We're looking at the 54 area here. I think I just scared it off. Again, be a little bit careful here. It's obviously not as strong as it was, uh, when we first ran up here. So you definitely have to enter high side and see what happens from there. All right, we're coming up here to the 54 area. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Wow, that was quick. Didn't expect that considering, but I did get in there at 54. They said you don't have to do the 53, but keep the 54, and you should have got filled because they traded that out. And a quick rotation there against it. And if you still have any contracts trying to stay a little bit short, you could do that. Definitely take some profits there against the get the quick 2 points there, and then try to see if we can take a little bit more out of it. And that was a nice little quick opportunity there for us, and we're getting paid off here a little bit more again if you do have multiple contracts. And we just got right up to 54 there and came off. Kind of sometimes it works out very easily, and sometimes it doesn't. But at least that time as the high of the day there. So nice little quick opportunity there for us. Again, it's just a matter of being patient too. I mean, we got up there to 48, traded that, then we just kind of hung there for about 15, 20 minutes, and then finally made this little move up here to the 54. We got teased there at 52 and change, and uh, then they suggested, all right, well, you don't have to put in the 53 area, but definitely keep the 54 in there. And I got a nice rotation there against it. So nice little quick opportunity there for us again with not too much, no heat whatsoever. Like I said, you should have got filled because they did, take it all out, take all the 54 out. And so that was a nice little trade there if you did jump in. Again, if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels there that we gave out this morning, and you can see there the 54 is right up there. Let me give you, we got 63 next, and then 74. Then, well, I don't know, continue to rally, I guess. I guess we can give you a couple levels here. We got 82 and then 89 above the 74 in case decides to continue to rally here. So we have 63 is our next level, then 74 like we gave out this morning, and then I'll give you a couple more. We got 82 and then 89 above that. All right, so nice little quick trade there for us. No heat whatsoever. And if you look at the chat, you'll see the additional couple levels that we included now. So we'll see what that does to us. If usually when I give you more levels, that means the end of the rotation, one way or the other. I don't know. We'll see if that works out today too or not. Bond market here likes it. Again, the bond market, I think, with OPEC doing what they did, might be suggesting that maybe they will not raise rates because to counteract I don't know. That's throws a wrench into their thinking that they didn't have before, the Fed. All right, market continues to uptick here. Big 900 disappeared. Looking at the 63 area next. We haven't had any good rotations to get us to give us a buying opportunity. That I will say. All right, it continues to rally here a little bit. We're looking at the 63 area next. Again, all we're trying to do is take opportunities, whatever the market might give us, and scalp the market. We're not trying to hit home runs here. We're just taking what the market gives us and trade around it. And even though it's kind of slow, I did say that we average about 4 to 5 trades a day. I think we're going to probably accomplish that here at some point today. And even on Friday, even though it was very slow on Friday, they did, if you were trading in the afternoon, gave you chances against our levels on the upside. All right, the market continues to uptick here a little bit. Next level we're focused on is the 63 area. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here on these highs. Again, patience is important. Looking for the 63 area above. kind of just wait and see what happens until then, right? Support would be around the 43 to 45 area. All right, then we continue to uptick here, looking at the 63 area. Again, areas where I would want to buy it. That's not going down there. So I'm just gonna get my areas of resistance that I'll focus in on. 50, 40, 43 to 45 is where a little support at this moment. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right. Just kind of hanging up here. Or kind of hanging with it, I guess. Charting program in regards to just charts like our charts, Trade Navigator, or anything like that. Let's see. Do you have your platform that you're using? Is that CTS Cunningham? They have a charting service on there. Did you know that? Or maybe is that what you're using? Okay. It, you know, as far as charting service is concerned, it's kind of they'll kind of do the same thing, don't they? I mean, you just have to put in the, uh, if you're going to use the Bollinger Bands or anything like that. All right, market down ticking here a little bit. Support would be around 43 to 45 area. All right, got a little bit of a break here. Again, 43 to 45, a little support area. Yeah, I mean, we've used, we have, I've seen a lot of them, and it's just a matter of basically, I think the one that you or I like the most is the one that you get used to, one, and then secondly, the one that meets your you know, you can catch find the levels a little bit easier, find the areas. Sometimes the chart stands out a little bit better, but really they all kind of at the end of the day they kind of do the same thing. Hopefully they do the same thing because the charts should be the charts, and they both all the charts should be the same in every program that you look at. So um, yeah, it's just and again, most of these uh, most of them also allow you to adapt the bars so that you can make them bigger or smaller. So I'm just saying that they kind of do the same thing. That's my opinion.